Hello.
Hello.
That's unenthusiastic. We are the Thestalingraduates.
Oh, you want to do that again?
No. And we are doing...
Let's do it again!
Hello.
Hello.
We are the Thestalingraduates. There's a bit more pep in that one that time. And we are reviewing The Running Warburtons.
The Walking Dead.
That's the one.
Not everyone knows your jokes there.
It's just... You know what? People have to deal with me. Just... that's how I see it now. I don't deal with the world deals with me.
Okay, so yeah, we've decided to review each season of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, season by season. We're not gonna get them done before season 7 comes out. Like
Probably
not
no.
gonna get up to date because I head back to uni in 5 days as of filming this.
Yeah.
Don't know that, and like, come on, it'll come out. We gave up with the dates and stuff. A long time ago.
We do not give dates.
No, we're not doing that anymore. It will just come out at some point, and you can watch it, and you will love it. But yeah, we're going to kind of review sort of the general themes of the show, and we're going to compare sort of between the comics and the TV show. Not necessarily what's better. Well, yeah, actually, we're going to do some of like what's better of each one.
We're going to compare them.
Yeah.
And see which ones should have. Like which ones worked, and which ones...
Yeah, like what characters were better.
Which adaptations were good and which...
The TV series is the adaptation.
Yeah.
Comics
So
is
yeah.
How dare you?
I mean the TV show.
Yeah.
Adaptation-wise, yeah.
Yeah. Although it was the start of the first episode.
Before we do this,
spoilers.
Spoiler heavy.
Like so many spoilers, like in-depth
if you
sort
have
of
not
discussion.
If you have not watched The Walking Dead,
We'll title this.
or know anything about The Walking Dead, to be fair, why are you here? but if you don't know anything about The Walking Dead or anything, don't watch this.
Go and watch The
Please.
Walking Dead, and then if you care enough to be interested in what we have to say, come over here. But actually, before we say, let's start just the first episode opening. Like they're on an open road. Police officers. We're introduced to Rick and Shane, and then some of like small characters that we never actually really see again after. Apart from one, but in zombified form. I think that was a guy. I think his name was Leon or something like that.
It was the guy
at the fence when they were at the police station. Yeah, and it's a roadblock. They're waiting for. I think it was 3 people or something in a car, wasn't it, to come along. They have a little back and forth chat, and then obviously the car comes along, the tyres pop on the criminal's car, flips over, they have a little shootout. I think Rick gets hit in the body armour, doesn't he? And then there's a brief scare for a moment there. Yeah. And they take 2 of them down. And then there's the one that's hidden in the vehicle as well, isn't there? And that's the one that catches Rick. I think it's like there he gets shot. It's one of these sides, but he gets shot. Yeah. Basically, sort of in the side of the upper chest area. Mm. And there's where they're that coma kind of thing. As in the comics, it's a lot shorter. It's literally like 1 page, and there's no
How long is he in the coma for?
I don't think it's really specified how long he's actually in there for.
It's just basically specified that.
I guess
the stuff has already happened.
I guess maybe, I think like 2 months maybe.
It must have been something like that.
Like it wasn't long, I don't think, but it was. I don't think it's ever actually been truly specified how long he was in the coma for.
Okay.
But also, like with people say there's similarities to 28 Days Later as well. Walking Dead, at least the comics, came first. It was only by about a year, like maybe less. I think like 6 and 9 months, something like that. But The Walking Dead did it first. Shut up. And this is where we get the actual, like the introduction to the world from there, really, don't we? Like,
we see it through Rick's eyes.
Yeah. In which he's wakes up in the hospital, nobody about, don't open, dead inside on the door, and now walks outside, like in the comics, he actually walks into the like cafeteria area or something like that, and there is a fuckload of zombies in there. He falls down the stair, like a set of stairs with one of it breaks his neck or something, and then he walks out and gets on a bike and just starts riding away or something like that. I think that's where he meets the bicycle. She's called the bicycle girl in the comics, the one who's missing her lower half completely. And in the TV show, he just walks outside like of the hospital, and then there's all the dead bodies like covered in the blankets on the floor. I think like that. I think that's like in the back, like in the car park of the hospital or something. Like, remember that?
Yeah. Does it do a? I can't remember what the shot is.
It sort of pans out.
Yeah, it pans out.
There's this body, like loads of bodies covered in sheets and that. Walks on a little bit, and then a thing he finds about, and that's where he sees the like in the TV series, he sees the zombie that's basically cut in half.
Yeah.
I think it's Hannah, her name was, because there was the small webisodes which detailed what happens to her, directed by Gregory Nicotero, the special effects, the lead special effects artist of The Walking Dead. He directs. You'd be surprised how many episodes he actually directs.
He probably directs quite a few.
Yeah, I think he's directed around, I'd say nearly a good like 20 episodes or something like that now. He's gone quite a bit. He's done some of the best ones as well. But so that's about that, and then it's just after that they meet Morgan and Dwayne, isn't it? Because he heads back to his house.
Yeah, he sits down, and then you see something.
I see there's a zombie shows up, and Rick shouts out like, cause, obviously he still doesn't know. He doesn't know properly, and then Dwayne, like in both.
Did he get hit by a shovel?
Yeah, that's by Dwayne, like Morgan's son. He get in both versions. Yeah, he does get hit in the face with a shovel by Dwayne's son.
A good shovel.
No, Dwayne's Morgan's son. I said Dwayne's son. He's way too young to have kids.
And dead. Dead now.
Oh, poor Dwayne. He's in the comics like after, because like Morgan takes him into wherever like they was. I think it was like next door to Rick's or something like that. They boarded up the place. In the comics, he's a bit more friendly with the introduction and stuff like that. But in the TV series, and to be honest, a bit more realistically, considering like the situation gone in, he was a lot more aggressive and like protective of his son, just in case like the guy had been, Rick had been bit, which he hadn't. But... You got
to think like maybe Morgan's actually like seen some how people can react, obviously because
and obviously like with his wife as well, like he's suffering there. That's technically like it's one of the only proper sort of story arcs in a sense in season 1, isn't it? Because like the rest of it is sort of building the story arcs that sort of follow in season 2, or there's some of it, but it's always the start. Like the rest of the story arcs are usually in season 2 with small bits and pieces here and there. But obviously they wait and then have the conversation and stuff like that, and then I think what was it? They go to the police station. In the TV series, there's a little bit more interaction between them before that. But in the comics, it's kind of they have like a chat in the house and that, and then they go to the police station. Like after spending the night there, in the comics, like he shows Rick how to beat them in it, which is smash their fucking heads in or just shoot them in the head, destroy the brain, basically. Standard zombie rule, is one of them. And they go to the police station. They get a nice, lovely shower, warm showers. They get a load of guns and stuff, and then they get the police cars, and then they go their separate ways from there, don't they? One thing that because Morgan's wife wasn't really in the comics.
Oh, you just hear about it.
I don't even think like there's even really any mention of it. I think she might have actually died beforehand or something that. I'm not sure, but after they both go their separate ways, Morgan has the moment where he's up in the looking out the window with a sniper rifle. He's trying to shoot his wife and that, but he can't do it. And that was a really emotional moment. That was. I think what's it part about was so the first episode was a really, really good pilot episode. You had to admit, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Because it got my brother into it, and he hates all like that zombie kind of media stuff. He really can't stand it because I can understand why to a degree because a lot of it is the same bullshit, isn't it? You just got it's an acquired taste, and so I like that taste. I like the zombie games and stuff like that as well. I play them less these days because I do actually like to see something new a little in thing because there's not much variation that you can get from the zombie genre.
Yeah, I mean they've covered a lot.
But then so Walking Dead kind of, I think it's the best. After Walking Dead's done, to be honest, I don't think there's even any point of touching on zombies anymore, or just using because I think really after what the Walking Dead's done, they've done the most with like the zombie media than any other kind of media form zombies has done.
If you think about it, other than The Walking Dead and obviously their new show,
Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I haven't got around to Fear the Walking Dead yet.
But I don't think I've really come across that much zombie stuff.
What?
So like during the time of The Walking Dead.
Because also there was like a brief sort of breakout of zombie stuff again, like that was during like Land of the Dead, Planet Terror, and all kinds of stuff. It was about 2005 to 2008 or 9. Like there was a big explosion in zombie media, but then it died down again. But
maybe
then
Left 4 Dead.
No, it's Left 4 Dead part of this games and stuff like that. Left 4 Dead, Dead Rising, they had Undead Nightmare from Red Dead Redemption as well, which was an absolutely brilliant piece of DLC.
Alright, that's cool.
Yeah, but back to The Walking Dead.
That was our tangent.
Yeah, and I think so. We'll go back to Rick now. So Rick, he runs out of gas for the police car, ends up finding a horse in the stable.
Yeah,
that's exactly the same in the that comics TV show. They're both identical, apart from the fact that in the comics, I think Rick actually gets a hatchet. In what's it called? I can't remember. I don't think he grabbed. No, he didn't actually get one in the TV series, did he?
I don't think so.
Like it was later on you see him with a hatchet, but that was like season 4 after the prison, I believe. And then he starts heading into the city, not realising that it's a fucking death trap. And we get in the TV series, we get the brief bit of like we see the Atlanta camp very briefly. Like I think Rick was trying to make some radio contact, but it was just really fuck signal or whatever.
I can't remember, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, because I think one of the eventually he's heading into a fucking death trap basically, and Rick essentially was, and he does the old horsey ridey thing in there, and then the horsey ridey thing, and then all of a sudden big ass horde. Like huge horde of zombies. He falls off the horse, and then the horse.
How big was that horde?
The horse becomes a Sainsbury's meal.
Okay.
Yeah, Findus, mate, Findus. And then,
how big was that horde?
It was decent. It was.
Because
it's definitely not one of the biggest that's been in the show, especially nowadays.
But if you think about it, it was pretty big.
It was like full.
It was a surprise when you see him go around that corner.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, just whack, just loads of them. I will say one thing about the zombies in season 1 though, they kind of jogged sometimes.
Well, yeah.
And like they corrected it from season 2 onwards, where they just sort of stumble and walk about, and that like zombies actually do, because they do not have the capacity because they're dead, rotting flesh and bones. So death isn't an energy drink. I quote Simon Pegg there. Death is not an energy drink. That's his quote about 28 Days Later. Because it's a zombie film without zombies. Like.
It isn't a zombie film.
No, it's a zombie film, but with no zombies.
Yeah.
It's just a variation.
Yeah.
But then obviously he hides underneath the tank briefly, and then sees there's an opening in the tank. He was briefly going to commit suicide. One day he was going to put the gun to his head, sort of, oh look, there's a hatch, I'm going up. And then that's actually the end of episode 1 there, with the last bit. I think he shoots that army, the zombie that's in there, all in the army gear, and then goes deaf briefly because, well, he's just fired a fucking magnum inside a tank. Yeah. And then we get the radio call from Glenn, and which that ends the pilot episode of The Walking Dead. And
it was a good pilot.
It was a very good introduction into the.
I mean, assuming I haven't watched that season of The Walking Dead since it came out, I can still remember that quite a lot. Yeah.
Meeting the group, like we said, the Atlanta group.
Okay.
First, just before Rick. So first off, before they actually get to the group, let's say we're introduced to Glenn.
We're introduced to the characters of Glenn,
Andrea,
T-Dog
Morales. Was Jackie there actually?
Maybe she might have been there.
I think she might have been there actually.
Yeah, I remember there was 2 people that are not there now. Yeah.
I think there was only one, and I think it might have been Jackie.
Yeah.
I think we just might be. I don't know. We just might be thinking there's one extra person there where there isn't. But
and
here we meet those, and then we meet Andrea. Meet her.
Yeah.
And Andrea isn't so bad at this point to a degree, apart from the fact that she's waving a gun in fucking Rick's face.
Yeah, but
with the safety on, mind you, so she's about as threatening as a fucking puppy. A puppy with a BB gun.
Heavy.
Yeah, but she had this fucking safety on. If she pulled the trigger, nothing's happening.
Okay. Okay.
And Rick knew that.
Yeah.
But because he's the good guy, he was like, okay. I might have fucked up, but I can unfuck this.
Yes.
Like there's Mo as well. We're introduced to Mo.
That's what I was trying to get in. And then we have him.
Yeah. So he was the one other person, but then again, I just keep thinking Mo isn't. He is, but he really isn't. He's the outcast out of all of them, and Daryl and Mo are essentially the outcast. But then Daryl does become part of the group as time goes on. But Mo was definitely an outcast all throughout The Walking Dead. No matter where he stood.
Yeah.
But so we were introduced to Mo, obviously a racist, sort of neo-Nazi kind of guy, biker kind of guy.
Yeah.
And he gets handcuffed to the roof by Rick. And there's actually a funny bit of trivia with that scene as well, because when he was firing the rifle rounds off on the top of the roof, people in the city weren't properly warned about that. So somebody ended up calling the police, and a SWAT team ended up coming round. So there was that. The zombies start picking up rocks and trying to beat through the goddamn doors. They don't have the sense for that. There was a few discrepancies like that I didn't particularly like, which they actually fixed. Let's say season 2 onwards. Rick and Glenn, they cover themselves doing the zombie guts trick. That's actually in I think that was issue 3, I believe that was, for The Walking Dead, because they actually used that trick to go back into the city to get guns from a gun shop.
Alright.
And the same thing happens though, where after they get out of the gun shop, the rain comes down and then they start getting noticed and that. But then obviously they both get out. But so in the TV series, they're going towards the truck and that, and then Glenn gets hold of a Dodge Charger, which I'm sure is the one that Walt Jr. lent him.
Yeah. Oh, the red. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the red Challenger though. Yeah. Thank you, Walt Jr. for lending us your red Challenger. They're dead. They get Glenn leads them away with the Challenger, which the alarm is going nuts on, and then the zombies actually break into the Mal bit, don't they? Mo gets left on the roof because T-Dog accidentally drops the key into the little gutter thing that's on the roof. And so Mo's left up there. They escape in the van. They get back to the Atlanta camp. Rick is reunited with his family. Shane is like, oh, no more Laurie for me. No, one thing to clear up as well, like the the affair thing in the comics, it was only a one-night stand.
Okay.
Like it only happened once. Like,
Wow.
do you remember? I think there was the little scene that it was one of the little flashbacks where they were on the highway. It was.
Oh, was that when they
were in the
get out
cars and stuff like that.
see-
There was Carol and Ed and that. Yeah, it was in. It was essentially there, like in the comics where it happened. It was on the side of a hill. Good place to do it in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. A great choice. But in the TV series, she's a slut, and I'm not gonna say that. But she causes like Laura, in the comics, she's not bad of a character, but in the TV series, she really does fuck up a lot of things. She really does. And throws her child onto other people to look after. And while she can go and crash cars on empty highways.
Save it for season 2.
Save it for season 2. There's kind of the start of the love triangle thing between Rick, Laurie, and Shane. Like, obviously, Rick and Shane really want to get together, but Laurie isn't having any of it. No, Rick and Shane.
I thought you were getting mixed up.
No.
I was like, no.
Rick and Shane over Laurie, basically.
Yeah.
That's the We're not gonna have any. Actually, no. We've got quite a few gay characters now. I think we've got a lesbian, at least 2 gay characters. No, we've got at least 3 or 4 gay characters now. So yeah, there could be like a gay love triangle at some point. Yeah, we could. Daryl could join in maybe because they've talked about.
Tumblr, get on that.
There's got to be fucking fan art somewhere. Let's
yes.
Rule 34, innit? Rule 34.
God. There must be fan art. Of course there be.
Right. Also, one funny scene to mention as well.
Yeah.
Is when the women are doing the washing, like on the lake, and then they talk about Miss. I think, like I can't remember the American name for it, but it's like the shower puff. You know, like the scrubber that we use in the shower or whatever.
Sponge?
No, not the sponge, like the other
I know.
kind of thing.
It's like kind of netty.
That kind of thing. Yeah, whatever they call it. I can't remember what they called it.
Yeah.
But and then I think Andrea said something about she missed her vibrator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny scene. That was kind of funny.
I remember that.
But what did I say? There was, and then that eventually evolved into Ed getting abusive with Carol, and
I thought he was already abusive with her.
No, but it was properly shown. It was shown a little bit more like before, but then he actually got physical in this scene. So, and Shane just come off of like the thing because she told Laurie that Rick was dead, and thing is though he actually fucking believed it because for a brief all the machinery went for the thing we saw in that scene in the flashback in the hospital when they actually thought Rick had died, but he still even went to some lengths to try and protect his friend as well, put in the hospital bed locked up to the door, so zombies would have a problem with getting in. They're not actually called zombies in the TV series. They are sometimes in the comics. But the George Romero's Of the Dead trilogy did not exist in that. The zombies do not exist in media form in that universe. After was saying about Shane angry because of the thing with Laurie and that Laurie was stay the fuck away from me. You told me my husband was dead and then fuck me. Which on one side, is a pretty good reason, but then Shane has a pretty fucking good reason for believing that Rick was dead as well. Yeah. But she wasn't there. She wasn't there, Shane is a Vietnam veteran in this. You weren't there, man! Things to things, man, and some stuff. And he then proceeds to beat the living shit out of Ed, which I think probably gave Carol some form of mild orgasm. She cried a bit saying stop, but I think she was like, yes, you fucking punch him! Punch him!
Okay.
And then I believe in that same episode, did the zombies not come along? That was the camp attack. This was
I don't know if it's the same episode, but yeah.
Because
around
Rick,
that time.
Glenn, Daryl, and T-Dog, they go back to go and get Mo, and also the bag of weapons that I forgot to mention. That the bag of weapons that Rick accidentally dropped amongst the horde when he'd escaping that bit in the first episode. So they go back to go and get those guns, and obviously Mo as well. We discover that Mo decided to cut off his own hand to a scaffolding. And then he decided to sealed the wound with a cooker. I can't remember like the official cauterized. He cauterized the wound with a fuck ton of heat.
Yeah.
And then there's the bit with actually those. What were they actually called? I can't remember. It was the sort of Latino group. The ones that were...
I don't know their names, but
no,
there were this group in that area that were...
Yeah, they were going for the guns too, and then they kidnap Glenn. Daryl shoots one of them in the arse with an arrow.
Oh yeah. So yeah, obviously we're introduced to Daryl, who isn't... Daryl or Merle.
Neither Daryl nor Merle were
in the
comics. Actually, Ed, like Carol's husband, actually technically isn't in the comics either. He actually died before they got to Atlanta. I think the zombies had him as the apocalypse was starting, and then Carol and Sophia actually escaped out to the Atlanta group.
I guess that was because they needed to obviously build her character in a way.
The character difference between like in the comics with Carol. That is staggering. Like she's one of the best characters in the TV series, and yet she's kind of a background character more than anything in the comics.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Obviously we'll be talking about Carol.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a character spotlight for Carol at some point because she is.
Probably,
I think that'll be season 5. That'll potentially be the first one to do, don't you think?
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that one.
Yeah.
Season 5.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. There's the camp attack. Ed goes. Amy gets bitten on the neck. Andrea puts her down the next day with a sad, mopey moment, and then she. There's a big twist for Rick there. Like he discovers that she actually knows how safety triggers work, so he could have been in danger that entire. Oh wait, no, he actually said to her about the Rick, don't give away trade secrets. And Dale actually has a nice little speech because he lost his wife to cancer not a bit before because he started going on the road trip. And yeah, then he was like so angry with just like her loss and that, and then meeting Andrea and Amy and stuff like that gave him some form of peace or whatever. It was a nice little speech from him. I loved Dale's character in both the comics and the TV series. Jim is discovered to have been bitten.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of
Did they do that thing? Did they do that that cliche thing that someone's bitten but they don't tell them?
Like at the start he does it, and then he's like, what's it? I think Jackie sees like he's got a bit of blood there, and he's like, I'm fine, I'll filter it over, and then like he gets lifted up, and he's like, I'm okay. Because he actually starts like before the camp attack happens, he actually starts going a bit weird, doesn't he? He's just digging holes in the ground, and then people start getting worried and then he has a small fight with Shane.
Alright, I just about remember.
And then he gets tied to a tree. Yeah. And then obviously the camp attack happens and all stuff like that. So Jim, he dies. So they leave him against a tree. So he wants to be with his family. Like he can go and find him in zombie form because his family got torn apart in Atlanta, didn't they? That's how he describes. I think he describes something like that. Basically, they his own family were essentially accidentally in a way his shield against the zombies. They were getting torn apart basically right in front of him. So yeah, he had a bit of an interesting.
Oh yeah.
And think that was it. This is Shane starts to go loopy a bit here. He starts pointing the gun at Rick, and then that's also where the start of Dale Face happens.
Yeah, we. Oh yeah, it was.
It's the start of Dale Face. Just,
yeah. Oh, dear.
I need a white beard and like sort of a little. Is it a canvas hat or something like that? No, it's a bucket hat, isn't it?
Yeah.
The bucket hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, the start of Dale Face right there, a lovely tradition that lasted up until season 2. All that, so it was saying like with Jim and the thing that happens, and then they move on and they start going towards the CDC, the Centre for Disease Control.
Oh yeah.
Where they get in. There's a bit of a thingy at first, isn't there, where they don't think anything's actually happening because, well, there's only one guy left in there, Dr. Edwin Jenner, which I believe is a reference to the guy who first discovered penicillin. I think it was like Edward Jenner or something along those lines.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're in there, and they have nice lovely showers and stuff like that. Andrea's still crying because she has a dead sister, which is a good reason to
cry. A reasonable reason.
Yeah, so it's not long happened. I think she's pretty reasonable in crying about that. And there's they all kind of get drunk. Shane kind of tries it on with Laurie, which ends up kind of being sexual assault until Laurie scratches him. Yeah, it's basically just get out the claws. And then he comes to his senses a bit and stuff like that. In a way, it's Laurie's fault to a degree that he is like it's both of their faults because.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's more in season 2 happens, but Laurie does lead Shane on at points.
Yeah.
At points she does.
Yeah.
But then it's also Shane is also he's a bit too obsessive. He's definitely an obsessive nutcase. And then we find out like like how the zombie virus kind of works, like how it turns you into a zombie or whatever. They have that brief kind of thingy going over it, don't they? They said Jenna was researching it.
Oh yeah.
And then he basically locks down the CDC, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Because because it's going to explode because you don't want all those horrible diseases getting out into.
You just say explode.
Explode, yes, I did.
Okay.
No, I did that on purpose.
I know.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
There's a bit of back and forth. I think it was Daryl thought the best idea to fix the situation was to put an axe in Jenna's head, which is not a good idea because then you don't get codes and get ways to get out.
Yeah.
And once Jenna came to his sort of sense and let them go to try and survive, they still couldn't get out the front door anyway. So they took the Michael Bay route and used explosions because they have a spare grenade. Which I think he got off. I think it was off a tank or something like that, wasn't it?
I guess.
I don't think police officers come equipped with frag grenades.
If they did, wow.
America would be an even more interesting place than I thought.
Yeah.
And they escape from as the CDC goes down in quite possibly what is one of the worst CG explosions in TV shows. There's been some pretty bad ones, but that was pretty bad. That one. Thank God, the budget went up season 3 onwards. We'll talk about that in the season 2 review. So we was gonna do a character spotlight for this one.
Which I think
It was that one zombie. I think it was.
What?
Which zombie was it? No, look, it literally says here, character spotlight, that one zombie. These were the notes we wrote a few weeks back. What zombie was it actually?
What zombie?
Oh wait, no, it was the one that is it was right at the back of the horde, in the first. I think it's either in the first or second episode. He's drinking a bottle of water in the background.
Yeah.
Characters of that one zombie.
Good on him.
He's hungry for the flesh, but he still wants his water breaks.
Good for him. Good for him. But I think we decided there wasn't really a character spotlight. If anything, Rick.
Yeah, what's it?
If anything, Rick.
Or maybe Morgan, but I don't. To be honest, there's not enough of him to really.
There's only one episode to really base it on. I mean, like you could, but I think Rick.
Yeah,
if we're talking about anyone, Rick.
Yeah, Rick was like they did the. I think that was like The Walking Dead is really good at casting. Like getting actors who can just sort of perfectly represent like those comic book characters. It feels like they jumped sort of life out of the graphic novel.
Yeah,
and like Rick, like was played by Andrew Lincoln. Like he is perfect as Rick Grimes, and like he's fully proven himself over the amount of seasons that he's done now. But obviously we're only focusing on season 1 for this episode, so. And like Rick? This book is like especially with where The Walking Dead is now, it really is interesting to sort of go back and look at season 1 and just sort of see where Rick is just sort of morally and psychologically.
Oh yeah.
Because he is a completely different person now.
Well, yeah, because in the first season he's a cop that
he's just a deputy sheriff in a small country town in like it was Georgia, I believe it was, or something like that. So like he's barely, I think he's only usually fired his gun in training, like that first thing. I think that was one of the first times that he'd ever fired his gun at people.
Yeah, and he has to be introduced to a world where
he's got a strict, like he's a strict moral values that the character has.
Being the law.
Yeah. I like that joking. I think it's honest trailers of The Walking Dead is and Rick, the leader who always sticks to his code except when he doesn't. Because I will admit that the character does go back on his word sometimes and that, but then again, it's usually in the pursuit of what he believes is a good thing to do. So, like, it's still within his moral ethics. Yeah, I'd say. It's definitely very interesting, like, especially sort of even just a look on his face or something like that. Like where kind of, I think it was sort of the second half of season 5, he like shaves his beard that he's had since like the first half of season 5 and season 4 or 3 or stuff like that, and he's kind of back to his season 1 look with a little bit of longer hair. Yeah. But at the same time, like...
Oh, he's not the same.
He looks... No, at the same time, he looks very different because of, like, the kind of person he has become. Yeah. They're essentially the same looking person, but you put those two pictures together and they don't...
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely a difference.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he's developed over the... 6 seasons, yeah. 6 seasons he's been in.
Now going on to the 7th season, which starts October the 23rd for the UK, I believe.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm looking forward to the one. It's the best part of the Walking Dead story.
Okay. But yeah, there was a lot of character development for this. Well, if we're talking about season 1 altogether, his character development in season 1.
It's not.
I think it's here and there, but
it's here and there. It's not huge. Like what's it? It's just more setting up characters and story arcs, which, like I said, there's
be carried out in later seasons.
There's the start of the love triangle in season 1 between Rick, Laura, and Shane, and there was it. But we don't. Like, it's more in season 2 that the love triangle really plays a big role, like in the season.
It gets payoff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Rick gets character of the season.
Yeah. And that one zombie drinking water.
And that one zombie drinking water. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, so we missing. Might be little tidbits here.
I think we've covered.
Because it's only 6 episodes on season 1, and It wasn't so it's a pilot season essentially.
Yeah, because I think pilot seasons get. Because I know Buffy the Vampire Slayer got about 10 episodes in first season.
And then how many?
And then about 23, 22 for the rest.
But yeah, like, it was a very good start. Like, it was a very good adaptation of the start of the source. There are some quite key differences. Obviously, like the death of Shane in the comics is much earlier, while Shane lives much further into season 2. And like I said, there's some more characters. Like, there's about, I think, twice as many sort of characters than there at the Atlanta camp than there were in the comics. But then I will be honest, a good portion of those characters are just food.
Yeah. I mean, like you're going to have that.
About 13 unnamed people died in the Atlanta camp attack, and then on top of what was it? Amy, Jim, and Ed.
Yeah.
And the bit with Carol like slamming the pickaxe into Ed's head after he's been like devoured the night after, and she's crying her eyes out, but she's having the time of her life at the same time. And Daryl stood behind her like, yep, I definitely see a motherly person in this film.
But yeah, should we?
I think that might call this. What about Carl, actually? We haven't actually spoken anything about Carl. He's not really there a whole lot, is he? He's there, but he doesn't do much.
I think Carl in season 1 is just a kid.
He's just a kid there, yeah.
Same
he's not.
With Sophia, yeah.
Like season 2, he has some annoyance, but let's say we'll get to that in season 2. But yeah, season 1, Carl really doesn't do much. Laurie, she doesn't get quite as annoying yet.
Yeah.
But Andrea, she starts getting annoying rather quickly, to be honest. Like, was it not the actress's fault, I would say? Like, I think she was doing the best with what they gave her, but like, if she'd... Nah, we'll get to that with season 3, but she started getting a little annoying in season 1. I'll give her the leeway though for having her sister die. Like, she can have a bit of leeway there, but not for much longer.
But yeah. Anyway.
Right, yeah, that's.
Should we call it?
That was kind of a review of
our first review
of season 1 of The Walking Dead. Now we're gonna have our second review of season 1 of The Walking Dead on the next episode.
Yeah.
No, season 2. Yeah, season 2. I know, I was just kind of taking the mick out of what you said. It was the first part of our season 1 review of The Walking Dead. So I'm fucking winning against you. Even though I don't know what competition is actually happening.
Anyway.
That's
it.
Yeah, that's our season 1 review of The Walking Dead.
If you like this,
come and check out our season 2 review, which will probably be coming out after this one.
I know. I'm about to say, if you like this, leave a like, leave a comment if you want.
Subscribe, please.
Subscribe.
If you don't, when you go home at night, I'll be under your bed.
He will. I've witnessed it.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. Anyway.
Why do you think Steve Jobs isn't around anymore? Heart attack, underbed, related illnesses. I took out Kennedy too. See ya.
Bye.